The guests at the theme parks were generally amazing. They were wonderful. They were fantastic. They were there to have a good time. But there were those guests that drove me insane. In general, the guests at theme parks were wonderful. And when you worked at a park, you really liked most of the people that came through. They were happy, they were friendly, they were happy to be there, they wanted to have fun. If you're helping them have fun, well, then they're going to have fun with you. But there were those people that would drive you insane. And just like, oh my goodness. And the worst part is, you don't remember the good ones anywhere near as well as you remember the bad ones. And they just kind of stick in your craw afterwards. And while they were the exception, they were the memorable exception. Good example are those guests who thought they knew your job better than you. I have been asked sometimes what I think about roller coaster enthusiasts. Well, a number of them fit into this realm, but there are also the annual pass holders who think that, the regular visitors, people who've worked at other parks, and not all of them are like this. Most of them, because they are there on a regular basis and know better, are great. But not all of them. You would have people that would come up to you on the train or at Busch Gardens or things, and they'd start telling you,
well, you're supposed to be doing this, and you're supposed to be doing that. Why didn't you do this? Don't you know that that train engine does this and that and the other, and it runs this way? And
I'm just working on doing my job, and you're making it annoying.
Why can't I sit up there? I should be allowed to sit up in the engine of the train, and I should be able to talk to the engineer while we're going around the track, and I should be able to hold my lap bar up this far instead of all the way down, and I should be able to do this because I know the manufacturer.
Shut up. Let me give you a hint. If you think you know more about doing the job at the park, even if you do, don't say it, don't brag about it, don't be a pain in the keister. Honestly, they were the ones that would drive me the most insane. And honestly, if you want me to do something special for you, and you're starting to tell me what a doofus I am, that's not going to help you at all. I'm happy to do extras and special for people who don't expect it and don't ask for it. But when you're demanding because you think you know more, nope, not going to happen. Along those lines, too, were the people who didn't understand I had a job to do. Yes, my job was to talk to them and entertain them and answer questions, but at the same time, I had mechanical responsibilities on the train. I had passenger responsibilities. At Disney, I had responsibilities to take pictures. And if I'm in the middle of doing that and you come up and you start talking to me, for example, with the train, I had to wave the train in. If I wasn't out there ready for it, making sure things were clear and waving it in, it didn't come in, it stopped, we had a stoppage, and then we had to go through this whole procedure to restart, and the poor people on the train would get stuck for a while. And I would have people, I'm going, look, I gotta go wave the train in, it's coming. But I gotta talk to you and ask you this right now. No, I have to wave this train in. You're gonna have to wait a minute. And it won't hurt you to wait a minute, really. When I was taking pictures at Walt Disney World, we would have people that we'd be working with the family, taking their picture, and they would walk right up, sometimes right in front of the camera. Hey, I got a question for you. Okay, I'm busy. Let me catch you right after I'm done with them. I need to know now. Okay, I'm going to let you know something right now. You're in my way and you're interfering with them. And yeah, I'd be happy to help you at the right time, but this isn't the right time or the right way. And then, of course, you'd get this attitude of, do you know how much I paid to get in here? Yeah, the same amount they paid to get in here as well. So they have the same people. Like, hello. The other ones will be the ones that didn't have a clue. I don't understand how somebody can spend hundreds, thousands of dollars to visit a park and not have any clue where they are or what they're doing, or what's there, or what kind of food is there, or what's happening around them. How can you spend all that money and you come to Silver Dollar City and you ask, where's the castle? When did they move the cave? Where's the kiddie area? You come to Walt Disney World. Where's Harry Potter? Or where's the Lord of the Rings? Not here, that's for sure. You'd have people that would want to know at Disney. So when can I go to SeaWorld? How do I get there? And it's included with my Disney tickets, right? SeaWorld ain't Disney. Oh, and neither is Legoland, and neither is Universal, and neither is Knott's Berry Farm, and neither is Magic Mountain. Pay attention. Hello. If you're going to spend all that money, take a little bit of time and figure it out. When you walk around Epcot and you're going, where's the castle? Because you're not at the right park. When you're asking where the monorail is to get from Hollywood Studios to Animal Kingdom, hello? It doesn't take much to find out. And these are your friends. There's these wonderful things called apps, and just about every park out there has them. Okay, Kennywood doesn't. I'm looking at you, Kennywood. Why not? Hello? Okay. But otherwise, every park's got them. Look up the apps and find out what's going on. And don't be like the one family I ran into one time. I had come to Silver Dollar City on my day off. The park's closed. I had to go to the offices to take care of a couple things. And as I parked by the offices, which are right by the entrance, here comes this family walking up. And I'm kind of looking like, can I help you? Yeah, we're here to visit the park, but we're wondering where everybody is. It's closed. It's not open every day. It was like a Monday in spring or something, and they're typically closed Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday then. It's not open. Won't be open today. You almost feel like you want to be the moose from National Lampoon's Vacation. Sorry, folks. Park's closed. The moose up front should have told you. Or the fact that there's no cars in the parking lot should have been a big hint. Hello? And then you wonder, how much did they spend to travel here and not have a clue? Get a clue, folks! We had another one on the train that would drive us bonkers. The train script at Silver Dollar City, much of it has been similar for many years. And you'd be in the middle of the robbery show, you'd be in the middle of doing it, and you would have some smart aleck on the train who thinks they're really cool, who would start saying your lines before you. Who would start giving the punchlines to the jokes before you say them. Who would start drawing all the attention to them. Okay, let me give you a hint. If you know the scripts and the jokes, whether it's the train robbery or a show at Disney or whatever, you're not funny or entertaining when you're saying the lines before the actors. You're stealing the thunder, you're ruining the show for them and everybody around you. Stop it! It was the one time we wished that we really had real guns on the train, because we might have used them. Ugh. Just shut up. And we had a few lines that we would use to try to make the point, that they're not being funny. Gee, he must be psychotic. He seems to know what I'm going to say before I am. Well, you know what they do to psychotics, don't you? And yeah, and it would go from there. It wasn't. Most of the time they got the hint, but every now and then we had a couple times in the middle of the show, we had to actually stop and say, you're not in the show, and until you are, please be quiet. It's not your lines, it's ours. Annoying. Really annoying. So now, some people just... let's be honest, there are some people that they're just unaware of what's going on around them. They can't help it. They're not trying to be annoying, and you kind of feel bad for them. I may joke about the people that ask about, where's the bathroom, when it's right behind them. Or where's first aid, when they're standing at it. You may kind of laugh at the people that walk up to Mickey and go, who's the mouse? Although that's kind of dumb, but you understand some of that. But when somebody is, for lack of a better way to put it, deliberately ignorant, it'll drive you nuts. They were the ones that probably got us the most. Have you had guests at the parks annoy you, irritate you? Were you one of those annoying and irritating people? I'd love to hear your stories. Please share them in the comments below. Thank you so much for liking the video, for sharing it, for subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you so much to my patrons, my YouTube members, for their financial support. If you want to know more about that, fan pages, contact information, and so much more, check the description. Really, check the description. Go read it. There's lots of info there. And thank you so incredibly much for watching. God bless. Or where's first state? Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to know about contact information, fan pages, merchandise, and more, please be sure to check the description below. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to know when I have new ones, well, make sure you hit that subscribe button right up there. And if you want to see another one of my videos, well, I've got a great one for you right here. And a huge thank you to these wonderful people here who support me on Patreon and with YouTube memberships. They get behind the scenes information, special perks, and more. If you'd like to know more about that, well, make sure you check that button right there. Thank you so much.